Today I'm going to show you how to create a frame, and if you have any problems with it, how to troubleshoot. To create the frame, it's pretty simple. You take these pieces of wood and line them up to where they should be. You take your other two pieces of wood here, just form it into a square. Pretty obvious there. So I already have pre-cut holes, but I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So I'm using these. I'm pretty sure they're just industrial wood screws. They're pretty long. As you can see, some of them are damaged, but that's fine. Once they're in, they stay in. Now I already used the drill bit in order to get these holes in here. And so I'll line this up, I'll screw it in a little bit, get it lined up correctly. And then I will use my drill to get this in. So I'm actually going to go slow because I already pre-drilled this. So I don't want to strip the nail in any sort of way. I think it's self-explanatory, but make sure that you're only using the drill bit when you have these lined up correctly. Otherwise, your frame will be off-centered, or the wood will be off-centered, and that gives the frame a weaker strength. It could split way easier. So this side is still a little warped, which means it will not line correctly. And if I do make it line correctly, it will bend the frame a little bit, which is the cost of me doing this here, but that's fine. I'm not super worried about it. It's actually way better than what it was before. It was really, really bad before. I'm gonna wait one more day. I applied 8 pounds of pressure on both ends, maybe 10 pounds on both ends to lay it flat. So actually that's not that bad. It was warped way more. But in order to get this flat, I'm going to wet this, and then I am going to wait one more day, and I'll come back and finish up the frame. In the meantime that I wait for this to get flat, I will show you how to build the legs. And I'll just apply a clamp to the tarp only on one side, that way it can still dry out, but it'll really soak in. Here's the leg here. It looks a little funky, but it does the job very, very well. So I'll show you how to make that right now. This is the ground up, okay? This will be your horizontal piece that is on the ground, all right? I put the vertical piece on the horizontal piece, just like this. Make sure that it will lay flat on the ground. Here's how it would look. Just like this. Okay? So you drill this into here. This portion would go into the frame. Now that you have this here, what I do, because I don't have an angle saw, I place this right here on the other side of the horizontal piece. Flattening this, I drill it in, boom. That way this cannot move around. Now another way that I strengthen this so that my leg will never break on a tufting frame is adding an additional piece. So from here, obviously, this and this line up fairly well. They are on the same plane, 90-degree angle. Then I will add this piece going up to the vertical piece, and boom, I drill that in. That is how I build the leg. And once again, the reason why I build it this way is because I don't have an angle saw. Now, if you do have an angle saw, what you can do, this is your vertical piece, this is your horizontal piece. Rather than laying it like this, I lay it like this. Boom. You put it on this horizontal piece, you drill it in from the bottom. Now, if you have an angle saw, you cut these, I believe at 45, and then you're able to place it on here very, very well. Obviously, these corners would be cut. I'll show it to you like this. These corners would be cut, but it fortifies it, then you can drill it in. But I don't have an angle saw, so I'm not going to even try that. The way that I showed you first is the way that I do it, and it provides just as much strength. So just to recap, this is the horizontal piece that lays on the floor. This is the vertical piece that lays flat on the floor only on this side. So make sure that it's flat with the bottom of this. Now, I also, on the horizontal piece, put a rubber lining. That way, it does not slip on the floor. It's been weighed down a little bit. It's still a little bit raised, but that's all right. So I actually have the legs ready right here. This wooden piece that you guys might be able to see from here, it essentially allows the frame to sit at a comfortable height for myself, and this also helps me put the frame on. That is the reason why they are there. You don't have to put it there if you don't want to, but for me it is. I have this little bench here that will allow me to place the frame on there comfortably and then raise it on top of one of the legs, to which then I can drill it in. I might get myself some of these clamps. I think that might help right now. Now I have them in the places that I want it to be, making sure that the legs don't come out farther than the frame itself, so that when you pull that fabric on to the frame, your legs aren't catching the fabric. Make it a smooth surface, and I'll show you what I'm talking about now. Right here. This is pretty much flush, and that's how you want it to be. Now, I do have a bunch of screws going down the line, which are going to pull this frame into the legs. So that's what I'm going to do now. There we go. And here we are. We have the frame standing up. All right, so here we have the frame, all in its glory. Very, very nice, very stable. It's not going anywhere. Now, you take your dual purpose carpet grippers, or I call them tack strips, but the way that you put them on, if you can see closely, there are tacks in here. These are facing this way. You always put these tacks that are facing up outward. So if you're putting it on the right hand side, you put it this way. That way the tack strips are facing that way. Left side of the frame, you put it this way. That way these tacks are facing that way. And at the bottom, you want the tack strips facing down. That way it will grip the carpet when you grab it, or the fabric when you grab it. So this is what you want to do. Now, as for breaking this off, I normally take pliers if I can find some. So to make a cut, I normally just go like this, and it normally breaks off just like that. Pretty clean if you ask me. All right, so this is the frame. Easy to make, pretty simple. I even made it while it was warped. And this is going to work just fine. It's not going to give me any problems. It won't change anything when it comes to tufting. It is pretty straight now, but I even fixed that problem. So essentially, that's how you do it. Follow the steps and you got a frame. So if you need a different size frame, you can cut a piece of wood to be the length or the height, I mean. So that will be the piece that you wedge in between. You can take L brackets if you want. You can place them on each side, drill them in, boom, boom. And then you take tack strips, you put it on this. Then you cut your fabric to a smaller size and you got it there. All right, I hope this video helps you guys, especially because I have never made a how to make a frame video. So I think this should be very, very helpful. I think this could help out a lot of people. And so let me know if it helps you guys. I think this was pretty simple. Let me know if you guys have any questions as well. I tried to make it as absorbable as possible, but if you do have any questions, please feel free to ask. All right. Yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you for watching. Peace.